When you hear the word Tourette's, what comes to mind? For many people, it's a stereotype, shouting swear words or blurting out phrases uncontrollably. But that's only one type of tic, and it's actually rare. Tourette syndrome is much more than that image. It's a neurodevelopmental difference that shows up as involuntary movements and sounds, called tics, that come and go in patterns across a person's life. Tics are sudden, rapid, and repetitive. They might look like blinking, shrugging, head jerks, sniffing, humming, or repeating sounds. They can change over time, increase under stress, and sometimes fade with age. Tourette syndrome is diagnosed when both motor tics and vocal tics are present for at least a year. But not everyone with tics has Tourette's. Some experience chronic motor or vocal tic disorders instead. Here's the important thing. Tics are not chosen. They are not habits, not bad manners, not something a person can just stop if they try hard enough. Suppressing tics is possible for short bursts, but it often leads to painful tension and bigger releases later. Imagine trying not to blink while dust is in your eye. The longer you resist, the stronger the urge becomes. That's what living with tics can feel like. Tourette's often shows up in childhood, usually between ages 5 and 10. For many, tics change form over the years. A blink might fade while a throat-clearing tic appears. Stress, excitement, or fatigue can make tics louder. Relaxation or focus can sometimes quiet them. This waxing and waning pattern is part of how Tourette's naturally works. But Tourette's isn't only about tics. Many people also experience co-occurring conditions like ADHD, OCD, or anxiety. These layers can sometimes impact daily life more than the tics themselves. Support means looking at the whole person, not just the most visible symptoms. Strengths matter too. People with Tourette's often develop creativity, humor, resilience, and empathy from navigating life with visible differences. Some channel the energy of tics into music, art, sports, or advocacy. Living with Tourette's builds adaptability, finding ways to thrive even when the body has its own rhythm. So how do you support someone with Tourette's? First, don't mock or mimic tics. They're not jokes. They're involuntary. Second, be patient. If tics interrupt a sentence, give space to finish. Third, create environments with less stress and more acceptance, because stigma often hurts more than the tics themselves. Tourette syndrome is estimated to affect about 1 in 100 children, though many cases go undiagnosed or misunderstood. That means you've probably met someone with tics even if you didn't realize it. Awareness helps shift the story from stereotype to reality. So what should you know about Tourette's? That tics are involuntary, that they change over time, that they don't define intelligence or potential, that people with Tourette's are not punchlines. They are individuals navigating a world that often misunderstands them. If you live with Tourette's, know this. Your tics don't make you less worthy of respect. You deserve spaces where you don't have to hide or apologize for what your body does. And if you support someone with Tourette's, remember, patience, compassion, and acceptance go further than any advice to stop. Tourette syndrome isn't about swearing tics on a stage. It's about real people with real lives, managing brains and bodies that move in unique rhythms. And with the right understanding, those rhythms can be met with respect, not ridicule. This is Neurodivergent Coffee 5. Daily reflections on ADHD, autism, dyslexia, dyspraxia, Tourette's, and the many ways brains and bodies move through the world. Subscribe so the next one finds you. Share this with someone who wants a clearer understanding of Tourette's beyond the stereotypes. Because knowledge builds empathy, and empathy builds access.